So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
MOTHICA.
And we're asking her some questions today about her new album, Nocturnal. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Yeah, it's been great. It's funny you say new album because to me it feels old.
Yeah.
I'm already like 25 songs into the next album.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it has been good. I did get to tour on it, which I've never been able to do. So that was cool. Felt like a real musician for a second.
That was your first tour in like 5 years, right?
Yeah, my first tour was like a glorified road trip where I had a show in my hometown and I drove from New York and played like I think 10 shows on the way. But yeah, those shows were playing to like anywhere from 0 to I think 50 people.
Nice.
Was the biggest show.
Nice.
And then this tour, which was opening for Coheed and Cambria and Alkaline Trio, every night it was like 4,000 people.
So, that's a good jump.
Just a little more than 50.
Yeah.
So what was kind of like the learning curve for you then? What was there one?
With
jumping into the touring like that big.
Well, after the first show I played, which was me just singing over instrumentals on my laptop, I was like, I'm never going to do this again. I was like, yeah, not performing ever again. So the jump from that to doing a full US tour was huge. And I went into that tour feeling like telling everyone I worked with, like, this might be the last time I do this because I have anxiety. I don't like airplanes. I'm a backseat driver. Like I can't sleep because I'm terrified of everything.
Yeah.
And being on stage and meeting people, like it's just a lot. So I told everyone around me that I might never do that again. And then it was great and I had a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
you had lots of people there for you too. I saw you on Instagram every day signing random shit. Like lines,
yes.
Crazy ass lines and signing random shit.
Yes. I don't know how that started really, but yeah, I would just like started making videos of people sign, like bringing me weird things to sign, like literal like bones and JoJo Siwa napkins and like just a DVD of Adam Sandler movies, like just random things. And then as people saw those, they kept bringing me weirder things.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I didn't show, I think, was I signed a sixth toe. And yeah, the footage
was it still attached?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was on a foot. Yeah. I touched someone's toe. And I was like, this video, no.
It's gonna be the wrong audience.
Yeah. But I would just go to the merch booth afterwards and wait till basically there was no one left to say hi to me. And so it's funny. I played for 30 minutes every night and then I would stand there for like an hour or 2 hours.
That's
just
pretty awesome.
Signing and meeting people.
Yeah.
Signing and meeting people, taking photos. My boyfriend was snapping all of them.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
So the record itself is awesome, and I've been sitting here very patiently waiting to talk to you because the record came out in June or July, and I've been begging your publicist ever since. So I'm very glad we're capping the year off with this because you're one of my favorite artists right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Of course, the record's awesome, and I'm glad we're here to chat about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
So is there any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
Ooh. Yes. The name Nocturnal, it's funny, like I would do all these interviews and people would ask me why I like moths and how I got the name MOTHICA. And I'd always say because they're nocturnal and self-destructive, blah blah blah. And so it was just a word I kept saying for the last however many years.
Yeah.
I also have a weird relationship with sleep. At one point I was diagnosed with narcolepsy, which now I don't think I had. I just think I have depression and I can sleep a lot. But then I also don't sleep at a normal time.
Yep.
So that was, I just wanted to explore that world, nighttime, nocturnalness. And so that was the jumping off point. And I just started writing all these songs kind of, you know, about sleep time, nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And then the album cover, it really wasn't supposed to be, I like had drawn out what I wanted the cover to be. And yeah, so the cover definitely wasn't like, it was one of those photos that was just like, okay, this is the cover after seeing it.
Yeah.
But the cover was kind of inspired by a tarot card, which I'm like, people probably think I'm really witchy, but I'm really not. Like, I'm very skeptical. Like, I'll get into manifestation and it will work. And then like 2 months later, I'm like, this is bullshit. And
same way.
It's so funny. But so I got this tarot card pulled like years before my album, and it was the Star Tarot card. And of course, that's a very flattering card. But then when I was making Nocturnal and I was just making all these star things, and I had this my birthday party right before the album came out, and I had a tarot reader at my birthday party, and I was like, if she pulls the Star card, magic is real, okay? Because I did the album cover of me with the star and everything. And so she did like the past, present, and future, and the future card was the fucking Star card.
No fucking way.
Yes. I have to find the video, because I was like, oh my God, magic is real. And then
real. Confirmed.
Yeah, it is real, confirmed. So the shape of the star is kind of like the North Star, and you know, it's a superior star to the whatever, the 5.1 that everyone does. So that was that.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think for like your next cover arts, you're gonna continue to take inspiration from tarot cards? I know you said you're not very witchy. No?
No, my next, I mean, I'm already,
you're already thinking of that.
I'm really deep in the next album right now. There's not going to be, it's not going to be magical. I will say it won't just be me on the cover.
Oh.
It will be me and something or someone, or yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
Intriguing.
It's to make it even more mysterious. The next album is basically a rom-com with me and something else.
A rom-com. That's very different to what this album was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's that funny. Yeah, to me it will be.
So but just a rom.
Yeah, just a rom. A dramedy, maybe? Like,
oh,
is that a thing?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this record?
Nocturnal?
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of started writing in like, I don't know, I guess projects per project. So with Nocturnal, I had the title Nocturnal. So I just go in and I make constantly thinking of song titles that match that theme to me. So, and there's a lot that didn't come out, but like Moonlight, you know, Nightlight, Luna Moth, Lunar, Moon, like that's Good Night. Like I just write all those, and then I do like kind of the traditional LA studio session thing, which is like a co-writer and a producer. So I'm constantly thinking of like concepts and little things, and then I go into a room and just whatever feels right that day. We'll try to make a song like that. So I really wanted the and there was a lot of songs that didn't fit the moon and night theme, like Casualty, which was like the first single. But yeah, I kind of like that whole whatever a year I was writing it was just like constantly looking for it, and then like searching and finding inspiration. Like I watched The Conjuring, and there was a Sleepwalk song
Mhm.
from the 50s. So then I was like, oh, that's perfect. I should cover it. And that became the intro. So I'm like trying to get inspired and watch things that will lead me into the song idea.
So you kind of go into the record like with a specific idea and then create like inspiration around that idea that you've made to write those songs.
Yeah, definitely. Like basically I'll make like what I wish the track list would be just aesthetically to look good, and then I have to try to make the song that is deserving of that title.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll like a title a lot and I'll write a few different songs because I'm like, oh, the word itself like needs like it needs to honor the word. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, so that was the biggest thing with Nocturnal. And then I guess like music wise, I had never, it's funny, I grew up like going to hardcore shows, metal shows, all that Warped Tour. But like when I made music, I started in like EDM and electronic music because I was never in a band. So I never like got to make rock songs.
Yeah.
And so that was cool to like finally pull inspiration from that. And yeah, big inspiration was like I did this Bring Me the Horizon like covers remix thing, and people liked it, and I was like, oh, people like me doing this. So I got to live my like emo Warped Tour dream a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Since you brought up the Bring Me the Horizon thing, can we talk briefly about like how that happened?
Yeah. I mean, I just saw Jairus Johnson did a little remix of their song, and I thought it was like a truly like organic thing. Like he just did it. And then I found out that like they had it planned in advance. And so I went in and I was like, oh, that's so sick. And I like had this new chorus idea, which I know was like very offensive to the fans. Like I made another section of the song. So funny. The people were mad. But I just like did it on impulse. And then yeah, they had that remix. And I was like, can I get on it? And they're like, no, but you can release it.
Okay.
And so I was super excited they even let me put it out because I literally added a section to their iconic and like biggest song. Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't played it live yet.
That's honestly a better story than just like, yeah, we like Ollie called me up and he was like, I want you to do this. Like,
well, yeah, it became such a thing now that like people start promoting songs they already did with like the open verse or whatever and stuff like that, which like, but it's rigged because they already knew it was gonna like come out. So I was a little bummed they didn't add me to the official one, but I got to put it out, and that's so cool. And it also led me into like making like adding more guitar and more like metal sounding production, but still in my own little alternative pop way.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's great. So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this album and what it means to you.
Oh Lord. Okay. Let me remember this old dusty album.
They came out this year.
Yeah. This old news bear. I think my favorite lyrics and my favorite song of the album is Blood. Because it was a very like a lot of my songs are about me being the victim, and like Blood was about me being a vampire and like how my trauma and the things I've gone through have like actually like I've been an asshole and I've been manipulative and I've lashed out at people who care about me, and like yeah, it's let me remember the lyrics, but it's like I don't want your blood. I don't know. I have to find the lyrics, but
No shame in
no
that.
shame in that. It's an old dusty record.
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah, so like I really like it's like My Teeth in You, because baby, that's what hurt people do. I Can't Take It Back. I guess they made me a monster too. And how like I became the thing I hated about other people because I was such in the survival mode. And like, yeah, I was like an addict and alcoholic for like 10 years of my life, from like 16 to, well, not 10 years, but until I was 24 when I stopped drinking. And I was that thing. I was selfish and mean to people because I was hurting. And so I think making a song about me being a problem, I was just like proud that I could write that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a very vulnerable song. A lot of people obviously have issues with being able to admit that they are the problem and that they've done bad things. And so I appreciate that song a lot, and I'm happy that's your favorite lyric because it's very good.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. So you said that like when you're writing a record, you kind of lay out the track list. So when you're writing, like the opener is meant to be the opener, closer be the closer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew I wanted it to have Sleepwalk go into Nocturnal. And Nocturnal had, oh god, that was the most difficult song. And originally like Nocturnal had like a sample of Sleepwalk in it. In the intro, and it was gonna like fade in all cool, but it became a logistical issue. But yeah, I knew it was gonna be Sleepwalk into Nocturnal because I just love the juxtaposition of this like 50s song and then like my attempt at like industrial little bit of Linkin Park and metal inspiration.
Yeah, there's
song.
a little bit of breakdown in there.
Yeah, there's a metal breakdown in there. Yeah. So I wanted that juxtaposition. And then Tears, yeah, it was kind of written to be the outro. And I knew I wanted it to like have, it was the only song that kind of had a 50s influence actually in it. Cause I just love that era of music. But like, you have to be pretty like musically inclined to make 50s and doo-wop, which I'm not. Like, I don't know. You have to be really good at harmonies. So it's the only song that started out as like 50s and then kind of devolved into this like, I don't know, whatever anthem outro moment.
Yeah.
So when you were picking what songs were going to make deluxe, how did you kind of go about that? Because I would assume there were a lot more than just those songs remaining.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more. Like I said, every version of Moonlight, Nightlight, everything. Yeah. But one of my favorites that wasn't on the album was Star. And I didn't put it out because it was just so much more like, it was more softer and it's very like warm and bright to me, more indie rock, I guess. And so it just kind of stuck out weirdly. But I love that song so much. And then like, I would just listen to the old demos, whatever, like, Nothing Good Happens After 2 a.m. That's like just like my really sad girl song that was like, ugh. I would listen to that like driving around late at night feeling bad about myself. So I was like, oh, I should put this out because it makes me feel something.
Yeah.
I want people to feel what I feel.
Yes. And then yeah, Night Shift was written basically. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but I had COVID and I had this Mucinex called Night Shift, and I was just like, it's funny. And like, I just kept joking about like a trappy song, like Night Shift, like this. I would like sing it as a joke. And then I actually made it a real song. But I think that will be my last foray into like trap drums and 808s.
Damn, because that song rocks.
Well,
gotta make the rom drum or whatever the hell it is now.
Yeah, I'm just on a really weird like wave right now that the new music, I don't know, no one wants, but it's happening.
And they're gonna like it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, does the world need like Western inspired dark wave synth music. No, but that's what they're getting.
And
They don't know they need it yet.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's hard because I just like follow, even though I'm not a very magical person. I don't know. I'm like such a skeptic, but like I try to follow this inspiration and this intuition or whatever it is. And like right now, I'm going on this new path that's telling me no more trap drums.
Okay.
Even though I want so badly to be able to sell that, you know, I want to be able to like have a flow, but I don't know. Yeah.
You got to feature on some trap stuff now.
Yeah. I don't want to harp on the new record too much because I really want to dive in Nocturnal, but
yes,
are you worried about like, so you said like you're kind of just going off the deep end almost with this new stuff, like it's stuff that people don't really know that they want. Are you worried like when it comes time to put it out that people are just going to fucking hate it? Like, or is that a thought that hasn't hit your mind yet because you're still working on it? It
is, but I have like in my Discord, like I played one of the new songs. It's like a whole ass song. I just sent them the link, and it was one of the songs. I was like, I don't know, this is weird. Like, this is crazy, and everyone. Well, of course they're in there because they like me, so they were all nice. But everyone was like, "No, this is awesome. I love it." And like, no one. I think I see the differences more than other people because I have like been playing that game of like playing new music, being like, does this even sound like a MOTHICA song?
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, no, it sounds like you. So the point is, I can't make music based on what other people are gonna feel about it. I just have to do it, and then when I go into like actually editing it down, I'll consider other people's opinions a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, I'm glad the fans like, because at the end of the day, that's like what you're appealing to anyway. So
yeah, for sure. And I think it sounds like really crazy different, but you'll hear what I mean, and it still is dark and spooky and MOTHICA-y.
Okay, that's all I ask for.
Is the link still in the Discord? Because I'll hop in there right after this.
It is. You might have to scroll up a lot, but I'm sure you can find it.
All right, sounds good.
Or I can send you. I can also send you some stuff.
Okay, I would love that.
We would love that.
Yeah,
but I'm happy to talk about Nocturnal, my second child.
Okay.
Oh, already been
the old dusty child.
Yeah.
The middle. You know what they say about the middle children?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm an only child, so I don't know. But I think middle child syndrome for some people. I don't know.
Yeah. So what song off this album took the longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite? Nocturnal, not the new one.
Nocturnal was the hardest song to write because I was attempting. Originally, I wanted to like it to be more of like a metal. Like I even like met up with my friend that screams and tried to learn how to metal scream. Will not be doing that again.
Oh, no.
No.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah. Well, my singing voice is pretty high, but like my speaking voice is pretty low. And so when I'm like screaming, it's scary. So I learned how to do that kind of. And I made this, like the song, basically, I changed the chorus, I changed the key, I changed the BPM to the point where like the producer, Nigel, was like, I think this song we should just scrap this song. And
wow.
Yeah, I had like a friend, this girl, Sad Alex, on the way to the studio to like try to salvage this song, which is the album title. And I was like, he was like, I don't think we should even work on it. And I was like, well, she's on the way to the studio right now. Let's just try to make it work. And she helped like write the new chorus. That was kind of this down chorus. The other thing I had was very like, I felt like I was trying really hard to make it sound like a rock anthem, and it just didn't feel very genuine to me. So Sad Alex saved the day, and it became a song. that the album's named after.
Great.
Thankfully.
How long did that take?
Oh God. We probably did like maybe like 6 or 8 sessions for it. Which actually, like, I've heard from some other people that like they do even more sessions on a song. But I'm usually like, a lot of my songs are like the day one demos. Like Casualty, that is a day one demo on, like, I didn't even have it mixed. It, you know, yeah. So that was a lot for me and for us. But yeah, I think it was probably a total of like over the course of a year or something. Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's like most of your songs are, you stick to your first draft, as you said, day one demo.
Yeah. That's and crazy. Then this is like really like sacrilegious. I shouldn't even say this, but like all the deluxe songs, like, were not mixed by a mixer. They are the demos mastered. Yeah.
They sound pretty fucking good.
That's good.
Yeah. There's not like a contrast when you're listening through the record in its entirety.
Yeah.
It's just like so tricky because I have like demoitis so badly that like, and I love my mixing engineer, but like it is like I just get so emotionally attached to like what I made that day. And the producers I work with do so much to, like, they always sound like very finished productions. Like, so yeah, it's just like, it's, I don't know, there's this dread that fills up in me, like having to listen to mixes and it not be the day one demo. I've just been like, just send me back the same song.
Yeah.
My ears are used to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then your favorite track off the album.
My favorite track is Blood. It really does feel like, you know, my attempt at making like a Twilight soundtrack song. Very Decode, you know, inspired. But my favorite song to perform is definitely Sensitive. And that one became kind of a favorite on stage, and I like, you know, dance a little bit. And I just love that, like, I made this angry song with like a metal riff, but it's a pop song, and it's like about being an introvert and being really sensitive, and just all of those things combined make my brain happy.
It's the perfect storm.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where's your headspace at while you're writing this album?
Oh, well, you know, a lot of it was inspired by, you know, it was kind of a response to my biggest songs were like Vices and Buzzkill and Forever 15, which were very serious. It's like addiction, sexual assault, suicide attempt. Like, those are my 3, I don't know, subjects I've covered. And like, it's very draining to talk about that all the time. And so I wanted Nocturnal to kind of be this like fantasy version of me that was very empowered and very like owning your darkness. So I wanted like more upbeat songs, more angrier songs, more like just to explore that as kind of a response of like, I can't keep writing these songs about how small and vulnerable I am. And yeah, I just wanted to make something empowering. And like, I'd never made anything that kind of visual where like, I feel like my Forever 15 and Buzzkill, that was like me as Mackenzie, as just like this like version of me. And then this was a more like, what could Mothica be? And like, how do I make like a Mothman character and these like Tim Burton-y sets and like make it feel more like more fantastical, I guess.
Hell yeah. And I'm assuming then the next record is going to keep up with that kind of theatrical, like very hands-on with the visuals and everything.
Yeah, for sure. My goal right now is to have every song have a video and it be an overarching narrative. Like,
Wow.
I don't want to say movie because it's not movie budget, but it's like it's a rom-com. But
It's a short story.
yeah, it's a narrative thing. Which I love. The video, like music videos are my favorite part. I love like just world building in general. I love having ideas and then actually making the ideas. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be it. But it's definitely going back to more like it's a lot more vulnerable. It's a lot more about like depression and like I made a song like this song that's like similar to Forever 15, but it's like so sad. It's just so sad. And yeah, I'm excited to be vulnerable and sad again after trying to put on my like, badass Mothica wig for a second.
It's balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll need it. You need it. So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Glowing,
Mm-hmm.
moth sleep.
Okay. Oh, moth sleep. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
I thought we hyphenated.
I thought,
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to make it one word.
That was bad.
Glowing moth sleep.
What about just glow in the dark?
Okay.
That's
that's 4. But we'll take it.
Glow the dark.
Glow the dark.
Glow the dark. Yeah.
Okay.
Glow in dark.
Glow in dark.
Okay.
Which one are we locking in? Glow the dark. Glow in the dark.
Embrace the dark.
There we go.
There you go. You got it.
Hell
you
yeah.
got it.
There we go.
That was perfect.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the album?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I want them to feel empowered. A big thing was like I've shared a lot of these vulnerable things of like what I've been through and the hardest moments of my life. And I want these songs to be about how like you can use that to really make your world a better place, your mind a better place. And something I would say on stage is like I've suffered a lot. Like I've suffered enough. It's time to fucking flourish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want like my music to be this place for, is that no matter what you've been through, like you can use that to inspire where you go next.
I love that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this album?
Ooh, it was so fun. It was my first time doing anything like with the label. So I had like budget to be able to like kind of make all these sets and visuals and music videos, which was really awesome. My favorite memory. Oh, I'm gonna have to say the tour, even though it's funny because it's just like the character growth I went through of like, I am never gonna play a show. I have anxiety. I'm gonna live in the woods, to like meeting literally thousands of people and like talking to them and like hugging them and realizing that everything I make on the internet like actually like reaches people.
Yeah.
That was definitely the coolest thing I've experienced, and I'm so excited to do that again.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Right.
Yeah.
So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up because I was listening to your other episodes and I learned that Shane, you just tried Subway.
I did.
For the first time?
Yes.
So that is a favorite of mine, of like healthy-ish, not healthy-ish, but sandwich, because my order, which I will put you onto this, is turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato, banana peppers, and chipotle mayo.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm sure that's banging as all hell, but I am vegan, so I gotta stick to the questionable looking vegetables and
I will change
and
it.
the gray pickles, you know.
I also love Beyond meats.
Yes.
And I eat a lot of Gardein. Like I eat vegan food out of pure taste because I like it. So I don't have a Subway order for you.
That's okay.
But I do eat Beyond almost every week. So
here, yeah, I'm from New Jersey, so like the go-to is Jersey Mike's, but I don't know, I like the cheap sub. Like it's as expensive as Jersey Mike's, but it just feels like cheap, and like it's giving you the illusion of healthy, but like your arteries are also kind of clogging while you're eating everything.
Just a
and
little, yeah.
that's just, it's like comforting almost. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite gas station snack is Chex Mix or Gardettos.
There you go. Chex Mix.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Nice.
What flavor Chex Mix? Are you like cheddar? Are you?
Oh, I do
salt
the
and
bold
pepper?
one.
The bold?
Yeah. Yeah.
What color is that? Like the bag?
I think it's like kind of bluish. It's just same thing, but bolder. Probably just more salt.
I mean,
Higher blood pressure.
Yeah.
Love that. So on the topic of food, if your project was a dish, what dish would your project be and why?
The way my head just went to like a plate of like green jello. I don't know why. Probably because of the glow in the dark thing and the greenness of it all. That's tricky because like it would definitely be a midnight snack because Nocturnal. And so I would say, yeah, like, like a dark, like mint chocolate, like maybe like a frozen thin mint.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
All right.
Good choice.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
With a drink?
Yes.
I would do like a full Thanksgiving meal, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce. I love peas. So pretty well-rounded. And then for drink, I'm on death row. I guess like a matcha latte. Oh God, I'm so basic.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right.
No, actually, I changed that. I'm lactose intolerant. But I'm on death row. I'll do chocolate milk.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you won't be, alive long enough to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
You're good.
Hell yeah.
You're good. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Wait, fictional world?
Yeah, fictional world.
I don't know many fictional worlds other than the ones in my mind. A fictional world. I think definitely like I would go to Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, yeah.
Yeah. I really like dark academia style.
Mm-hmm.
And so to also be magical or whatever, that'd be sick.
It's a plus for sure.
Yeah.
What house are you?
I think I'm actually like Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
But I would like to be Slytherin.
I mean,
That's
the
just,
hair.
Yeah, it's just
would
cooler
match,
to be, mysterious and dark and scary.
True.
Exactly.
It's like I view like Slytherin as like the Scorpio. Like that's always what I wanted to be, just because it's like they have a scorpion,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a Pisces, and I'm like, oh, it's not cool.
You make it cool, man.
I'm a Scorpio, so.
See,
yeah,
it's
pretty awesome.
I want that reputation of being just like mysterious and sexy and dark,
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I'm actually like the little, like, I don't know, little mom friends or something.
So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is iridescence.
Okay.
Does that count?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would say my favorite color is just like different shades of gray.
Okay.
Anywhere, yeah, in the monochromatic scale, you can see I'm kind of surrounded by everything from black to white to gray.
Mhm.
So just, yeah, monotonous gray.
All right.
Perfect.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Oh my gosh. Follow me on Instagram at MOTHICA. Join my Discord. I when I go in there, I do leak songs. Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Well, thank you for now. This has been Mothica, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.